What up, everybody? Welcome to the Jay Payso podcast. I'm super excited about this one. I know you guys always hear me. I'm always saying that I'm super excited because it's true, man. Every guest that I have is a special guest. So this one's gonna be fun, man. I got a really good friend of mine in the building today, as you can see, my man Rafael Vargas and Vargas. Why I always say your name like that?
I don't know. That's that fake Puerto Rican in Brooklyn.
That's Vargas. I think that's a boxing thing, right? Vargas. Rafael Vargas is in the building today. And man, I'm excited about this because me and Ralph been working together for a little minute now. He's done amazing things in industry and network marketing. He's an incredible dad. I mean, this guy's one of the most consistent people that I've worked with. And it's just, I think we're going to have a lot of fun today, man. So what up, Ralph? What's good? It's good, man. How you feeling?
Glad to be on the Payso podcast, man.
Hell yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I know we just getting started and stuff, but let the people know, a little bit about yourself. Where you from? Where you grew up at, stuff like that.
All right, so listen, man. I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Obviously, Puerto Rican and Dominican. Came up, through the regular workforce. Went to school, tried college for a little bit, but after like a semester, I understood that wasn't for me, and dropped out. My mom was an entrepreneur. My father was an entrepreneur. So seeing that growing up, I left college. I was like, I want to do something.
Yeah.
So I ended up starting my own business. Well, I got it from my father. Got my own business from my father, car wash and
So how old were you when?
Turn that off.
Yeah. So how old were you when So
Police.
how? What are you talking about?
The game.
The game. Yeah, we can't have basketball around Ralph. We're having a discussion. He's looking at the score. He got to have a parlay on the line right now. You got your first business from your dad?
Yeah. So he had a car wash. Some things didn't go well. He was about to sell it. So I ended up partnering up with my mom, and we ended up buying the car wash, and I ended up staying with it. Had it for about 3 years.
How old were you?
21.
You was 21, and you was already an owner of a car wash.
Yeah.
Wow. Where was it?
On 169 in Jerome.
How was it being an owner at 21 years old?
So at that time, obviously, being an owner, 21 years old, really didn't have the right mindset. Didn't have the right, wasn't doing the right things when it came down to the business.
So at 21, and that's dope that you ended up even getting a car wash or having a responsibility of a car wash at 21. I know that gave you some type of experience.
Yeah, it gave me the taste to be an entrepreneur and owning my own business at 21. I thought I was on top of the world.
I mean, that's fire because at 21, I wasn't thinking nothing like that. But you had your parent to pull you. You had your dad to pull you in. At 21, I was wilding out. So that's fire. So you had so what happened to the car wash?
So I had it for about 3.5 years. Just having the mindset that I had, I was also still working my job.
Yeah.
So working my job, I was a director for a Boys and Girls Club, working with children, and I felt like the money I was making at my job, I had to keep putting into the business. Right. And when I got it from my father, he was kind of doing his own thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have no mentorship on how to run the business. Damn. And understanding you got to put money in. It's going to take you a couple of years till you see that money back and all of that stuff. So I was just like, I'm spending more money than I'm making at the time. I had it for about 3.5 years. Ended up selling it, and I stayed on my job, and that's I got the promotion.
Where was it?
The car wash?
Yeah.
On 169 in Jerome, right across the street from the police station.
That's dope. So you was also working at a Boys and Girls, right?
Yeah.
The Boys and Girls Club. And go ahead. Yeah. Let me know how were you when you was working there? Same age?
Yeah. So I started in the nonprofit field since I was like 14. I was working as a camp counselor, summer counselor, part-time. Ended up working my way up, became the program coordinator of that program, and then I became the director of the program. So I was running it. So at that same time that I got the business, I'm about to get this promotion at my job, and I'm thinking still like an employee. I'm thinking like I'm about to make more money here. The money I'm making here, I got to keep putting it into here. So at that point, I was like, I'm going to just sell this and cut my losses. And ended up selling it, got that promotion at the job at the time. And this was in 2012, 2013, right before
you entered network marketing. Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So how Dan, that's crazy. So you said something right now. You said you was thinking like an employee.
Yeah.
So you was a owner, and you had this job, but you still like had the mindset of an employee. Like, can you explain that?
Yeah. So an employee, obviously, I'm thinking I'm gonna work Monday through Friday. I'm gonna get paid on Friday. I'm gonna get paid this week. When I was running the business, it's up and down. It's up and down. And looking from the outside in, before I got the business, I always thought, you running the business, you set, you good. And I realized pretty quick that wasn't the case. And I didn't have the mentorship to other people around me to let me know that, like, it's gonna take some time. It was more when you said at 21 you was type thinking different.
Yeah.
I was still thinking different.
yeah.
Even though I had the business, I was still
kinda like
hanging out and partying and doing all that stuff, because now I feel like I'm the man.
Yeah. I could imagine at 21, you're like, yeah, you probably had used that car wash. Like,
For a fact.
I
We was doing
own that.
barbecues in there.
Yeah.
We was doing
It
everything.
was wild. It was a 169. What you expect? You feel me? Right. Now that's what's up. So at 21, you was already a business owner, even though you wasn't really fully focused. You was getting the experience. That's just life. That's what happens in life. Period. That's kind of what happened with me in boxing. Like, I was full blown with boxing, but still wasn't like, my mind wasn't 100% focused like it should have been.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So,
And
yeah,
that
definitely.
comes from the people you got around you.
Yeah,
The
facts.
people you got around you.
Yeah,
They're gonna
100%.
pull you this way, that way, and that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
So I ended up selling it. If I knew what I knew now,
You would have
would have
kept it.
still had that at 169. For a fact.
You know the people that got it now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They ended up just last year. They ended up knocking it down though.
Oh wow.
They they put in a building there.
Oh
It was like 4 businesses on that corner. All of them taken out.
wow.
They put a big
Yeah, they changing everything. That rent going up.
Yep. Hold that down.
That's a fact. So you said 2011, 2012, 2013. So that was right. So all of this was going on right before you seen the industry network marketing. So you was 20.
I was 23.
23 when you seen everything.
When I seen there was marketing, I was going on 25. I was 24. I seen it in 2014. I had the car wash like 2011, 2012, 2013. Literally right before. And then I got the business. I sell the business, and I get laid off from my job less than a year later. Everything happens for a reason.
So you sold the business?
I sold the business.
And you got laid off from your job?
Yeah. They said
a year later.
Yeah. They said we didn't need a free program in that area because we was up in Throgs Neck.
Yeah.
So in Throgs Neck is like, if you're from the Bronx, Throgs Neck is a nice area, but right down the block you got the projects, got the hood.
Yeah.
So they said they didn't need a free program in that area. So they ended up taking it out. They replaced it with something else.
Okay. And all right. So you got let go from your job. So what happened then?
So at that point, I'm in my house. I'm living with roommates at this time. My friend had tried to show me network marketing in 2012, like 2 years prior.
Yeah.
At that point, I got my business. I got this job. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on all of that. I was running from him, but I kept watching.
Right.
I was watching him on Instagram, watching him on Facebook and different things like that. And when I ended up getting laid off, literally less than 30 days, because I got laid off on Valentine's Day. February 14th, I got started in network marketing March 11th. So less than a month later, I get invited to a party. My cousin literally lives right up the block from here. I get invited to a party, and my roommate, I'm like, yo, listen, we out. She's like, come through. I'm gonna have my friends over. So I'm thinking we about to come to a party. I bring the hookah. I bring something to drink. We walk in, they sitting down in a circle. I'm like, what?
We should have had the hookah today.
I was gonna grab it too.
Yeah.
But I walk in, they sitting down like circle style. This is the first time I ever walk into a house, and I'm like, where's your friends at? She's like, nah, I want you to see something. So I said, yo, this is that you should be here thing. And she's like, yeah, I just want you to see it. So I looked at my friend. I said, yo, they got us. Let's take a look at this thing. But we lighting our hookahs. So as we watching the presentation, we got the hookahs. As they doing presentation, all you hear is the bubbles. 3 slides in, I swear to God. 3 slides in, I raised my hand. I said, how much this thing costs? I want it. I always wanted more. I just didn't know how to get in. I didn't have the right people around me. And going through getting laid off, because at that time, I'm looking at my job like, okay, I just got this promotion. I was looking at another promotion, right? But also looking on the outside, but really didn't have nothing going on outside of the job.
Yeah.
So when I got laid off, I felt like that was God kind of like redirecting me to be an entrepreneur and do what I wanted to do. So got started March 11th, and we here
That's
today.
crazy. If it's like you was smoking hookah in the middle of the press, I could hear the. I would have told you to get out. That's that's
we
crazy.
was so they did a presentation before we got there. We ended up getting there late because we thinking it's a party.
Yeah, you chill. Yeah,
So we
how,
get
how
there.
they invite you?
She said, "Yo, what you doing on Thursday? I'm
Just
gonna have some friends over. I'm cooking. Come through." I said, I'm gonna bring a bottle, bring my hookah. Yeah, come through. It's gonna be lit. That's all that was said.
yeah. See, you don't want to do that, kids.
Yeah, you definitely
Right?
don't.
You don't want to be cooking nothing.
But you can't say the right thing to the wrong person, and you can't say the wrong thing
And
to the
that
right
is
person.
that is a fact.
Yep.
That is a fact. You could definitely say the right thing to the wrong person, or the
Yeah, for a
wrong thing
fact.
to the right person. Right? You can say the wrong things to the right person, and that person. Because I know a lot of those kind of stories that like people, legends got in the game saying the wrong thing. But sometimes, it all takes just action.
Yeah.
It's like so many people just like freeze up because they don't want to say the wrong thing, right? And if you just doing the action, it's gonna come.
Yeah.
That's how most of the time that's how it is, right?
I feel like a lot of people fail at things because they don't even take a shot. Like they look at whatever they're about to do, and it's like that looks hard, so I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
Like, so I'd rather fail not doing it than fail actually doing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So,
right. That's a fact. So you got in, man, and so did you get in that day?
nah.
No.
So I didn't have the money. I was on unemployment.
Mm.
I was on unemployment. They made me fill out an application. I fill out the application. I'm like, listen, I don't got a credit card. I'm waiting for the unemployment card to come in the mail. And she's like, all right, cool. So about 2 weeks, I'm doing wild research online.
About the company, okay.
The company, because obviously I heard of network marketing and I always thought it was no good. It was a scam, pyramid, all of this stuff. So I'm doing the research, but what I saw that day, I was like, I'm in. Whether this is real or this is not real,
It makes
I'm
sense.
in. I like if it sounds too good to be true, then go try it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was my mindset. So I didn't have the money on the spot. About 3 weeks later, the card ended up coming in the mail. I called my cousin because my cousin was the one that invited me. I called my cousin and I told her, I asked her like, yo, how's the business going? I already got the money ready to sign up, Jay. Shorty said she quit.
Wow. That's
2 weeks. She literally, I would have been one of the aces on her team.
wow.
She quit. And everything happens for a reason because we would have not been working together.
Wow.
I would have been with a whole nother team.
Yeah, I know a team too. Yeah, that's crazy. See, look, that's another lesson right there, man. If you're building a business, guys, and you just never know. You ain't gotta be the rock star all the time. You may be the person that find a rock star and it make you look like a rock star because you found a rock star. Like that's a lot of the times how things be going. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. I love that. I love that you said that because a lot of people feel like they need to be the rock star to make their business pop. Nah, you don't. You just need to show the right person.
Yep.
And maybe you need to go through some dirt, right? You need to dig the dirt before you find the gold. And a lot of the times people, it's like the story, the three feet from gold story and Think and Grow Rich, right? It's like you're right there and you stop because you think the gold ain't there, right? But the gold was right in front of you.
It hurt too much.
Wow.
It hurt too much.
Yeah. Don't never quit, man. That's the only way you lose.
And it's the person I ended up signing up with was my boy that tried to show it to me back in 2012.
And you
Why?
tried to see it before
Because he was consistent.
Yeah.
I didn't take a look at it before. He sent me a video. His cousin sent me a video. I went to high school with him. And I brushed them both off. At the time, I'm 22, 23, 24, running my business. I'm thinking, what y'all talk about?
Yeah.
You talk about sales? You talk about knocking on people's doors? This is how you should think about it. I'm like, I'm good on that. Yeah. So 3 years later, I see the presentation from my cousin. And she ends up quitting, so obviously I'm not signing up with her or signing up with the people that show me the presentation. Yeah, because I knew from off jump that she was not going to be the person that was going to help me build this, but the people that presented was. But when she ended up quitting, I just got redirected. I had my boy up. He was traveling. He was having fun. I said,
you ended up hitting somebody up. Yeah.
My friend that tried to show it to me in 2012. I
Mhm.
reached out to him. I said, "Yo, come to my house, sign me up. I'm ready to get started." He was on vacation. He was in Thailand,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you the link." I said, "Nope. Come to my house
Mm.
when you finish.
Mm.
When you off your trip, come to my house so you can show me how this thing works." Because I'm on unemployment. I let him know my situation, and he ended up coming. First day I got started, we ended up showing my brother off rip, and the next day we show somebody else. The next day we show somebody else. The next day we show
How was
somebody else.
how was that for you? Like showing like your brother or just like running through the numbers. Like how was were you nervous? Like were you excited? Like
Nah,
what was your,
I was excited.
yeah.
I was excited because I never seen anything like this. You get what I'm
Mm.
saying? I heard of things, but it was from people that if my cousin would have told me that I was coming to see I would have not seen it from. I would have been like, yeah, it's clip, I'm good. But everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
But I was excited when I signed up. He told me, "You want to go fast? You want to go slow?" I said, "I want to go fast."
Yeah.
So who can we show right now? We ended up showing my brother. He tells me exactly what to say. We get to my brother's house, walk in the living room. I'm like, he's gonna show you everything. Pay attention. That was it.
Mm.
He showed him. He ended up showing the presentation. Obviously, he didn't get started on the spot. But the next day, like I just learned the consistency from my friend that had put me on off rip. Like he was like, "Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's do it again tomorrow. Let's do it again tomorrow." So we went from doing showing one person, showing one person, showing one person to doing a big event at my house every single day off rip. First month, we probably showed like we had at least 15, 20 people there every night
Mm-hmm.
for the first 30 days. 30 days. I wasn't doing no presentations. Guys, welcome. He's gonna show y'all what's up. Pay attention. Obviously, I said a little more than that. I was excited,
Yeah.
but that's how it felt.
Yeah.
That's how I was excited, but I was also nervous when I got in front of the room,
Yeah.
and that's what stops a lot of people. Again, the mountain that you got to get over looks so high that you don't even want to try it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was something with me. My biggest fear was public speaking, as you can see right now.
Mm-hmm. Nah,
Right?
it's great. So it's like you mentioned something. It's like, kind of like you peak the peak, right? You get to one mountain, then you can see the next mountain, right? And that's what was going on with you, right? You saw one mountain, you was like, oh, okay, cool. Now, when I first got started in the industry, it was pretty much the same. It was like pretty much the same thing. Like I wasn't presenting. I was just getting people in front of the guy that showed me the information. You want to make this as simple as possible. So that's what you was doing. You was following the system in place, and that's a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah. They try to reinvent and
What you think you think they would do it, but they won't. But you think they would because hey, listen, that's how you make money, but they still won't do it. Yeah,
this is why people stay in the same place. If a successful person that's doing whatever it is that you're about to do is telling you do ABC, why are you doing DEF? For me, I saw how business was ran. The way I got up through the promotions at the job that I had with the Boys and Girls Club was listening to my mentor. Like the lady that was helping me learn the ropes and all of that stuff. Why I'm gonna do something different?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna do something different? Like if you knew the answers, you'd already have it.
Yeah.
So if they got the answers, do what they're telling you to do.
So what happened after that? I mean, you obviously you was building.
Yeah.
You was building. You was talking to a bunch of people. You was putting them in front of him. So you end up getting some success pretty quick.
Yeah.
You know. So talk to me about that.
So I saw my first check, $20. But it wasn't really about the amount of money that I made. It was this is real.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Once I saw
your first check was $20.
$22. $22. I thought it was lit.
Wow.
And I didn't know I got paid. I didn't know I got paid. So it ends up coming in a check, and when it gets to my house, it says World Ventures. So I'm like, let's say World Ventures. It says the name of the company, and I open it, $22. I'm like, it's lit. I had signed up, I think two people.
Yeah.
And end up going to tell my brother because my brother said, yo, listen, when you make some money, I'm going to sign up.
Yeah.
Which is what we hear from a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah.
So I go downstairs and I take the check and I'm like,
yo,
that says right
there.
Yeah. To who? Boom. He's like, let's go see if it's real. Let's go to the cashier.
No way.
To change it.
That's bad funny.
This is my brother.
It was $20.
$22.
It was $20. This is what you got to deal with when you work in this business, which is crazy.
Yeah. You entrepreneur. You're doing it. Obviously, you got people behind you, but you're doing it you by yourself. Like it's you getting in front of your people and getting uncomfortable and
It
going through
blows
those
my mind how
situations.
many people don't believe like in network marketing. It's like it's not that difficult to understand. It really isn't. It's like what? How you don't get this? It's really mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
So did you go to the bank
absolutely with him.
I mean,
Then
I don't know if I would have did that, man. You got man, that's
no, but I
good.
went to check for myself too. You feel me? I went to check for myself. I'm
Say,
like,
hold on, let me
yo,
check.
I'm walking
Let
in the
me check if
cashier
this is real.
sweating.
No way.
I'm walking in the cashier sweating
This
with a
better
$20
work. This
check.
better hit.
With a $20 check, Jay. I
No
walk
way.
in, he's behind me.
Wow.
This time I'm looking at Shorty. She come back with like $19 because they charged me $1
Yeah.
change. That was real. All right, I'm gonna get started this week. He obviously didn't get started. Then he said he's gonna get started when I get the car.
Mad funny. You see, that's why. Yo, that's why you man. If somebody say they don't want to get started or they want to see some money, yo, listen. I'm not showing you nothing. Even if it's $1 million, I'm not showing you nothing because you're gonna find another reason not to get started.
Yeah.
Right? I'm looking for people that's looking for me. I'm looking for people that got a vision, right? That's all it is. Cause then you run into people like, oh now you gotta get this. Now you gotta get that. You know what? Now
you clear. Now it's over.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Now
I
you
think I
click.
did that. I think I did that because I just had got started and it was my brother.
No, right.
And I wanted him to get started
No,
because
right.
I'm like,
but that's a good conversation though, because a lot of people do that.
Here.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, man. That's fire. So you got the car.
Yeah.
You got the car. What happened?
I pulled up. He's got started.
Oh, he got started. He said finally. He said,
I pulled up with the car. I'm like, yo, I'm outside. I put tints on my windows that you can see it's a car. So I pull up. I'm in front. I don't tell him that I got the car yet. I'm like, yo, come outside real quick. He comes outside. So I'm sitting in the car. He's literally standing right in front of the car. He's like, yo, where you at? I put down my window. He was like, whose car is this? Whoop. I pass him the paper that says Rafael Vargas. Put me in. We showed like 3 people and
that's fire.
Took some trips. He had some fun.
Yeah.
Became a customer. But when it came down to building, he ain't really tap in.
Yeah, not like, and that's the beauty of what we got. You know, you don't always got to be the builder. You know, it's good to be the customer. You know, enjoy it because that's what we sell in value. That's what we got. We got value. So you use what you got.
Yep.
Right. And so talking about that, right? Talking about the business side of it all. How many trips you been on since you got involved with network marketing?
Probably now over like 80 trips.
Listen, that you don't hear that kind of stuff.
Probably over like 80
you don't
trips.
hear that kind of stuff. And I really believe that we made travel cool. I don't care what nobody says.
Nobody was going to certain places until we started to do it, and they started to see it more common. Now it's like Dubai became Mexico.
No, yeah.
Not in the sense of
what
you're gonna get out there, but just more people are going.
It
just became more frequent because of what we was doing.
Yeah, it was like a regular thing. It was like, oh, you went to Dubai, oh, I went to Thailand, oh, I went here, oh, I went there, I went to Japan. I was like the conversations is just different now. And then you had people that never got started in our business and network marketing or whatever, and they breaking their pockets just to keep up with us. Like, it was so many people. It's to this day, there's still people sweating, trying to keep up with us, trying to, like, take a trip. Like, yo.
I went to Egypt.
Yeah.
2 income taxes.
Yeah, like, people wait for their income tax check to go.
You're going to see a lot of people in February.
To go to Egypt.
February and March.
Right? But that's the beauty of what we have, yo. Even to this day. Now we got a lot more than just that. But, even to this day. That's the beauty of what we have. So why how many years you been involved with network marketing now?
2014, about to hit 10 years at the end of in March.
So what's it done for you? Like, just, I know, not just money, like what else has it done for you? Like as a whole.
So like I said, when I got into entrepreneurship, when I had the car wash, I really didn't have mentorship. I didn't have the right people around me. And when I got into network marketing, getting around these events, getting around the people that was making the type of money that I wanted to make, living the lifestyles that I wanted to live, I started to get into the right mindset. And I feel like network marketing saved my life. Like I don't know what I would have been doing today, if it wasn't for this, because I wasn't the person that was doing personal development, working on myself. I was the person that was living day by day. Just whatever comes is what's going to come, and I gotta deal with it. You know what I'm saying? So when I got into network marketing, getting around certain people, getting around you, getting around just excitement. Like people was excited about getting to that next level in their life.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Versus what we doing this weekend. Right? What we doing on Saturday? What's it looking like? And that was the type of lifestyle that I was living at that time before I got started.
Right.
And when I got started, what made me really start taking it serious was the first event that I went to. They told me people that go to these events make 8 to 10 times more money than people that don't go to these events. So I said, I spent my money already. Let me learn this.
Yeah.
Let me learn this. I got started here. Let me learn this thing. And
What stuck out to you? What stuck out to you at these events?
the testimonies. Testimonies. People walking the stage. People that you would see, like, they walk on stage. You don't think they making the type of money that they making, or the stories or the things that they had to go through to create that. And I'm here thinking I'm going through some shit.
Yeah.
I'm here thinking I'm going through crazy obstacles, and I'm like, what? Where's this? What?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And I was with the first event we went to was me and two of my boys. And
Where was that?
This was Fort Worth, Texas.
In Texas.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Never been to Texas before that?
Nah. My
That's
trips
yeah.
trips before was the Poconos and Dominican Republic.
Facts.
Half Puerto Rican. I still haven't been to Puerto Rico.
Wow. You haven't been to PR? That's surprising. Wow. You been to you said DR. Yeah. You said.
I haven't been to Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's what's up.
It's getting lined up though for 2024.
Yeah, facts. That's what's up. So testimony. That's crazy that you say that, because the same thing happened to me. It was it was a testimony. Like I went. It was the energy. Right first, it was the energy.
Felt like a concert.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's the energy that you've never felt before. Like I never experienced that kind of stuff. And the first time, like I got inspired by a 22-year-old kid that shared his story, and it wasn't even like a millionaire story. It was just that he was winning. He was 22. He was making it work. And I'm in a back last row with two people that I brought, like that was on the team. Was same thing,
all the way in the back,
with
changing light bulbs.
And I remember hearing his story, and I was freaking out to the point where, like, I ran up to him, like, yo, what's up, man? What's good? He was younger than me. I'm like, yo, what's up? What's good? Yo, where you from? Oh, yo, man, you inspired me. Like, what's up? Like, I'm looking at him up and down. He looking at me like, New York came and
that's
like
that New York.
New York came and turned it up, but we were so inspired, but we were so aggressive, right? And I'm like, yo, damn, where you from? North Dakota, South Dakota. I never even heard of South Dakota or North Dakota before I got involved with network marketing. That's the truth. And that's the beauty of network marketing. You get to meet people all around the world. And coming from a New York City, is one thing, but being like, I was a person that was all over New York, but there's a lot of people that don't even leave their borough. And when they get involved with come to these events, you meeting people from everywhere. Like, what? So
Where you
start,
from?
man. You start your vision really starts to expand on a whole different level. So that's crazy that you said that. You went with two people, same thing. It was a testimony.
Yeah, it wasn't a specific testimony.
Nah.
It was how many people was crossing the stage saying their testimony.
Yeah.
I'm like, hold up. When I seen it, I'm in my cousin's living room. She got arroz con guandules.
Yeah.
I'm smoking a hookah. I'm thinking, it's not this big. When I get to this event, it's damn near 15,000 people there. I'm walking there. I'm like, nah, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy. And when I'm seeing the people cross stage, all different backgrounds, older people, younger people, 19, 18, 21, 22, 30-something, people that was doing stuff in the street, people that was chiropractors, people that had professional careers and different things like that.
All that.
I'm like, I'm sitting there, and I looked at my boy, and I'm like, yo, remember such and such said this was a scam? Your man's an anesthesiologist. Your man owns a business.
And this is, yep.
This dude works at
Yeah.
the club making hookahs.
Yep. Yep. Facts.
These are the people that got the most opinions.
The first time I heard somebody call what I was doing was a scam, was a scammer. I was blown away. I was like, whoa, you should be my first sign up. It's like,
I got one for you.
like, what? What I'm doing is a scam? Then you got to sign up right now. Because I know you're a scammer. But they don't, it's never about that. It's never about that. People fear what they don't understand.
And it's crazy because it'll be the opinion from one person that gets passed to somebody else, that gets passed to somebody else. And when you really go look at the source, they don't really got nothing going on.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. So
I had a couple people tell me that in the beginning. But my energy, and I'm pretty sure your energy after a while, nobody was telling me that no more.
You get first off, I think that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna build a business,
you need to have that type of
you need that because it's gonna build tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna build that rhino skin that you need to keep pushing forward, right? Because if you don't go through the trials and tribulations, that's a part of the trials and tribulations, right? It's like you're gonna go through these no's, you're gonna go through the skeptical people. You just gotta stand. What's the new line right now? You got to stand on business.
You got to stand.
Right?
Stand on business.
You got to stand on your business, right? Because if not, then you gonna flinch and you gonna end up quitting because a nobody told you it don't work, right? But it's crazy, and that's another thing. There's people that tell other people that what they're doing is not gonna work, and it's probably sports or whatever. So it is what it is. What inspired you to become an entrepreneur, or and how matter of fact, good question is, how'd you overcome any fears, right? What inspired you to be an entrepreneur, and how'd you overcome fears and doubts?
So I had fears and doubts coming in. And again, when I got around the right people, I started hearing the right things. I started watching the right things. I started, getting on YouTube and looking at these audios. I wasn't really a reader. But I was more so on YouTube looking at different things, trying to expand my mind. Because once I got to that first event and I started to understand what personal development is, right? I always was the person that I wasn't in school reading. I wasn't none of that. But when I saw what this could do and the type of mindset that it's going to take to really win and become successful at anything, I had to start working on myself. And the fears and doubts were there, but I did it anyway.
Yeah.
Seeing my mom be an entrepreneur, she had a barbershop. She sold clothes. She sold bags. She had a salon at a point. My father had the car wash. Both seeing them entrepreneurs going through different situations, I just understood that this is going to happen.
Right.
This is going to happen, and it's inevitable, and you got to get through it.
Yeah.
You either going to stop at the wall or you're going to get through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people give up at the wall because it's too much.
Yeah.
It hurts too much. My hands hurt.
Yeah. That's just a part of the game.
Yeah.
That's a part of the game. So
They was there.
It's like you said, like you got to feel the fear and do it anyway, right? That's kind of like what happened to me when I first got started in this industry. I'm just like, I was super nervous to talk about it. Or my first presentation that I did in front of people, I literally sat down and I said, F this. I was like, man, I'm not doing this. F this. In front of 4 guests that were there that wasn't mine. And the reason why I said this because I had this fear. I had so much. I was scared. Like I was public speaking.
Sweating.
I was like, what, sweating? To be honest, I said, fuck this. Right in front of them. Yo, D, I'm like, yo, what? Man, fuck this. And because I'm talking and I'm trying to say my little jokes, right? A little joke. And they looking at me like this.
It's like, hold up, it's not hitting.
It's not. I'm like, what's going on? I thought it was kind of cool, and I think what we got is positive. Why they not even cracking a smile? So in the middle of me doing this press, I'm getting more and more nervous. I don't know if they want to fight or not, and I'm not nervous about the fight. I'm just trying to get this thing up because we can fight. But I'm like, I need to get this right, and they just looking at me. They all, and none of them knew each other, but they all was like this.
They tapped each other. Like, yo.
They always like this, and I'm like, yo, why they so tough? And I look at my man in the back. He's like, I'm like, nah, this ain't working.
And you say that one of my biggest fears, like I mentioned earlier, was public speaking. But I feel like I got through that with the humor. Well, a mind shift for me that I felt helped me was not really caring what other people thought. Coming in, I was always the person that I liked humor. I like to make people laugh and stuff like that. But I always, in the back of my mind, what do these people like? I thought of that too much. You get what I'm saying? That mattered to me too much. And I feel like I heard somebody say that in an event, and it was like, create that thick skin, create that rhino skin. You mentioned it earlier. That was something that changed the game for me, because when you don't care what nobody thinks, you're gonna go do whatever you need to do. I was just watching. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix, Pain Hustlers.
Nah, I know what I've seen it, but I don't know.
Yeah, so the I'm not gonna go into the movie, but she basically had to get through that, and when I got to the point in my business that I literally was like, I'm sitting in my house, I'm maybe like a month in, 2 months in. Oh, I'm maybe like a month in.
If you need it, yeah.
I'm maybe like a month in, 2 months in, and people's telling me no. Obviously, I had some people get started, but I felt like it was slowing me down because I was overthinking. I'm in my house like, okay, how should I approach this person? How should I approach this person? How should I approach this person? And when I finally let that go, like, listen, say the same thing. Say less to more people. That was something that changed the game for me. Say less to more people. And when that was said to me and I really got a grasp on that, that's when the game changed for me. And it was game time. And that's when we started really winning.
What was that though? What was that like for you? Like when you say less, what does that mean? Say less to more people. Like,
so I was trying to figure out, okay, how's this person is this way? Okay, I'm gonna approach them this way. I'm gonna approach them this way. And I kind of was like, just be yourself, Ralph. Just talk, say what you got to say, be straight up, and let them know what's up. They don't got nothing. They don't got. My mindset going into these meetings and going into these conversations was, I got the answer.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? I got the answer. I got what you need. I have a vehicle that everything we've ever spoken about, even a minimal conversation, because I was looking for, like, how do I get to that next level? I just didn't know how to do it. You get what I'm saying? So any conversations that I had with anybody that had to do with creating type of success, or like what is it that they got going on, I would always ask people that, like, yo, what you got going on?
Yeah.
Where you know what you plan on doing?
Yeah.
And at that point in my life, it was like, I had to do it.
You had to step into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had to step into that greatness. That's what that is. So like, have you had any like failures and setbacks in yeah, well, talk to me about that. Like, how'd you handle that when you had
100.
any failures or any kind of setbacks?
So I definitely have setbacks. You're going to have setbacks if you go into anything thinking it's going to be uphill all the way. You lost already. You lost already. Yeah. Your expectations and where they ain't where they need to be.
Yeah.
So I definitely had setbacks, and I said I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again. A lot of the times before I got into network marketing, before I started doing personal development, I would give up. I would quit. I would I'll start something, and it's like, okay, something else is going on. I start paying attention to that. I start paying attention to this, and when I got into personal development, the setbacks, I was expecting them. When you're expecting something, it's not going to bother you as much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I came in with the expectation. I didn't come in with the expectations. My boy that signed me up set the expectations. Like, listen, this is going to happen. This is what's going to happen. People are going to tell you no. People's going to say it's a scam. People are going to tell you you're stupid.
Stop right there. So I love that you said that. So when showing the deal, like, do you agree that people are learning the same time that you're getting them in business?
Hell yeah.
That's where you got all that from.
Yep.
You learn in the same time, because you're like, what else am I going to do? It's like, I got to do what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fire. That's fire that you said that. All right. So they set that expectation, right? And
so the setbacks didn't hurt as much
when
it came down to the mindset.
When did you feel was the time for you to lead your own?
when I felt like it was time to take ownership of my business.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, month in,
A month in?
month and a half,
Yeah.
tops, month and a half in. We're doing presentations every single day, Jay. So I'm seeing this for 30 days straight.
Yeah.
This is not like I'm doing it once a week. I'm
Yeah.
talking to him on the phone.
Facts.
No, I'm with the guy,
Yeah.
asking him questions. I'm seeing him go through the process. Right. I'm the person. I see you do it. That's all I needed to see.
Yeah.
Month and a half in, I started doing about a month in. I started doing my own presentation. I sucked, but how I got through that was with humor.
Yeah.
You know, made people laugh and stuff like that. People got started. Some people didn't, but about a month and a half in, I was doing my own presentations, and I was still having my boy come through because I felt like I just needed some support.
Yeah.
But I was already doing. I was in front of the room. I was doing the presentations and started building a team. And
Fire. Did you think that sped things up for you?
absolutely,
100%.
absolutely.
Right. I mean,
Right? I seen people that I came in with, people that I had came in with at the time, like that wasn't on my team. They was counting on somebody else. When you counting on somebody else, your success depends on their time.
yeah.
When you counting on somebody else to do it for you, if they're not available, your success is not available for you either. Sorry.
Facts. That's a bar.
So I picked
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
If you waiting on somebody and they not available, then success isn't available for you either.
That's a fact.
I picked up that baton pretty quick. I said, give me these slides.
Yeah.
I went through them, messed it up. The first presentation we did, me and my boy, we on a bus. At the time, I didn't have a car, right? So we on a bus going to do this presentation because I called my boy. Wow. He wasn't available. All right, so and it's crazy because
hold up, you going to when you hold up. Let's really clear this up. You was going to show people the information to build your business, going on a bus to go see them.
For a fact.
Wow.
That first, I didn't have a car maybe for like the first 6 months of me building this business. I was on a bus. I was on a train.
That didn't stop you.
Yeah, the money's not gonna come to you. You got to go to it.
That didn't stop you. That's fire. That's fire. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I never knew that.
Me and Cito.
Yeah.
Cito. We got on that bus. We was roommates. We wasn't on the same team, which is crazy. He ended up signing with somebody else, whatever. So we got on the bus and we was pulling up on people doing half and half.
Wow.
We was showing the travel. I was showing the business.
Working together. Boom.
And
that's a story right there.
Yeah.
On the bus. That's the best thing.
We got into an argument on the bus.
Why?
We got into an argument because I was doing the travel part. I was doing the first half. So he's like, yo, listen, in this presentation, you're going to do the second half. I'm like, what? I'm going home right now. Because that was the business part. That was like the part where I felt like you had to be serious. And I was the fun guy. I was the humor guy. I was the we going to have fun tonight. So I got nervous and we ended up getting into a little argument on the bus. And
funny.
We ended up going.
Yeah.
I still did the first half.
Yeah. That's funny. That's fire. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's really dope. That's really dope that you was hopping on buses to go see people. I mean, that's what creates a story.
It was no Zoom. It was no online stuff. It was in person. It was belly
It's like
to belly.
my man said, man. Like Zoom made people so soft. Yo, it's crazy. Like people don't even understand. Like we living in such a different time right now. Zoom and social media, I think, made so many people soft, and they feel like they could hide behind the camera. Yep. It's like even we do the Zooms, we do everything that was today, but we understand the power of connection of all that kind of stuff. And
you can't feel me the same way on the computer than you can feel me in person.
You can't, man. You really can't, man. And I don't think that is ever gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
I think that face-to-face connection, that human connection is never gonna go anywhere. And I think it'll always be like way more powerful than Zoom or anything like that. Yeah. It's just finding the right ones. Let's see what we got here. Ooh. So let's discuss. You want to get another drink? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's discuss.
Thank you, D. Mitchell. Appreciate you, my boy. Listen, if whatever you're drinking in with the passion fruit, you're missing out.
So I drink my shit raw. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Bro, I'm going to just finish this right here. So, um, what's the importance of having a vision, a clear vision, when building your business? What's the importance of having a clear vision and a purpose as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you don't know where you're going, you're not gonna go. If you get in the car with no destination, where you going? Um, and you know, people without vision will perish.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you got a vision, all the obstacles and all the setbacks, they don't matter because you know what's on the other side of those setbacks. You know what's on the other side of those obstacles, and that's what kept me pushing. That was something that kept me pushing through all the setbacks and all the BS, that I went through in the 10 years building this business. Just being an entrepreneur, do whatever it is that you're doing, you're gonna go through that stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you don't got a vision, it's not gonna keep you in the game long enough. Mm-hmm. If you don't got a vision, it's not gonna keep you in the game long enough. And I feel like that's why a lot of people end up just going back to the regular common man, common woman, things that they do.
You need to have a strong vision, strong desire, strong vision, a purpose if you want to be an entrepreneur, and that's a fact because you're gonna go through it.
Yep.
You're gonna go through it, but there's nothing like living like an entrepreneur. I really believe that. Like, I was just thinking to myself. I was just thinking the other day. I was like, it's crazy. I'm the person that rather focus on my purpose, vision, and whatever I'm doing, my business, whatever I'm trying to build, then try to go get a quick dollar. Obviously, I've always been that person where I had a job, this, that, so and so, but it's like, yo, there's so much more out there. I will sacrifice the little pennies to get to where I'm trying to get to in my life. You know what I mean? So that vision is very important. Like you said, the vision, the people with people with no vision will perish. It's a fact. I've seen so many people perish. I've seen so many
That's
people.
a fact.
Yeah, they perish. I've seen people get excited about life, excited about changing their life, and hit some hurdles. Hit some obstacles and hurdles and all that kind of stuff. And they went from being excited. They went from being excited and dreaming big to back to a 9 to 5 and saying, you know what, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they just stopped dreaming all together because
I seen a post that said a person with no vision is gonna go back to whatever they were doing in the past because that's what they're comfortable with.
Yeah.
That's all they could see.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't understand it. It's like you see the times that we're in. You online, you seeing so many people create success in so many different ways.
So many different ways.
And you just people are scared to fail.
Yeah.
People are scared to fail. Like I'm more scared to not try.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like if I try, I failed trying versus failing sitting on my ass.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I don't get it at times. But it's what happens when you don't got the right people around you, when you not doing the work. And when I say the work, is the work on yourself.
Yeah.
You take you everywhere.
You take
You get what I'm saying?
everywhere.
So if you ain't working on yourself, you're gonna go back to your habits. You're gonna go back to the past. You're gonna go back to whatever it is that you was doing. If you're not looking for growth, nothing stays still.
Yeah.
Nothing stays still. It's either growing or it's dying.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So the mindset works the same way, and that's what's gonna help you get through the setbacks and the hurdles and get through those walls. And something I had said, I had heard, and my let's say it, outlasting the temporary. Mm-hmm. All of those setbacks are temporary.
Yeah.
They happen to everybody.
Yeah.
The people that you're looking at that's created the success that you want to create, they went through setbacks. They went through hurdles. They went through different things that you probably don't know about. You get what I'm saying? And that's what makes them who they are.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So if you want to be that person, you got to step into that. As much, as hard as it is, as uncomfortable as it may be, you have to step into that. If you don't step into that, you're going to stay doing the same things. You're going to go back to your habits. And for me, my habits was partying every weekend. My habits wasn't doing anything for me. Now I got a family. Now I got my son. And just seeing my son go through these stages, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to show him. I'm going to go about things how I was going about things when I was younger. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to show him different. I'm going to show him what I've been able to learn in these past 10 years of doing personal development, of doing the work. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that a lot of people don't do. They don't work on themselves. They just looking for the quick dollar.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. So, how do you handle pressure? How do you handle pressure, stress? That comes with being an entrepreneur. I think that comes out. I think that's personal development. It goes back to PD. I think everything goes back to personal development. I'm asking you the question, but I'm thinking about it like, yo.
I was about to ask you the question right back.
Yeah.
But I feel what's going to help you with the stress and the pressure is working on yourself. If you set the right expectations, the pressure is not going to feel as much. The pressure is not going to be that, I guess, pressure. It's not going to be that hard. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Your mindset is the biggest commodity that you have. And if you're not working on it, those
it fades away. It fades away.
Whatever you're not growing, it's going to die.
If you don't use it, you lose it. Mm-hmm. Right? It's muscle, anything. You know what I mean? If you're not reading and all of that kind of stuff, you're not using it, you're going to lose it. So that's a fact. That was one thing that really changed my life was, personal development. It's crazy how it took me 25 years to really get into personal development. It's not only me, it's a lot of us, right? That is not
24 years, 25 years
introduced to us in any way, shape, or form. Personal development should be in schools, right? But they don't teach this kind of stuff in school, which is crazy. Like it should be like they give us To Kill a Mockingbird to read. Like what? They give us all of these books that are not so helpful. It's
an agenda.
Definitely. It's a system that the school teaches. Personal development should be one of those. It should definitely be a subject.
Yeah.
It'll help so many kids out there for sure. 100%. It'll be less crime, I believe. It'll be definitely less crime because people are really starting to understand how to think. Because that's the biggest thing. If you understand how to think, it changes everything.
Yep.
Right? Because a lot of us have the right tools, but don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Right? Personal development definitely changed my life. First time, what was your first? You remember your first audio?
Yeah.
What was that?
Les Brown, Step Into Your Greatness.
That was your first audio?
First audio.
Word?
First audio that I paid attention to. First audio that I paid attention to.
First audio I paid attention to was the first one I ever heard.
Yeah, that was.
Y'all remember y'all first audio?
I remember my first book.
Your first book? What was your first book? She don't even remember.
No. We talk about it all the time.
Think You Grow Rich? As a Man Thinketh? Rich Dad, Poor Dad?
No, the other one. It's like how poor people
Secrets to the Millionaire Mind?
That one.
That's a good book. You see
Books was too big.
You see the crazy, huh?
At that time, them books was.
But
crazy
you see the crazy thing, like that was your first book, and how many years ago was that?
2013.
That was 2013. And how long you been on a planet before you before you got to that book? You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's like, 24 years you was on a planet before, and that was your first book that you read completely. No, just period. Like that wasn't your first book you read. You read books, but you read other books. But you wasn't tapping into like network marketing and stuff. Not network marketing, but personal development. That changed the game for you, I bet.
I think that first audio was Les Brown because Les Brown had came to one of the events at that time.
Oh yeah.
So I seen him in the presentation and
in high school.
And they edifying him like when he did the presentation. He's talking about him. I never heard of this guy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I never heard of Les Brown.
Wow.
So they show him in the presentation.
That's
they
probably
say
it was a lot of people that day.
Speaker, such and such and such.
He bodied it that day.
I go on YouTube. Boop, 45. I think it's like an hour and some change.
Ooh, yeah.
Audio.
Yeah.
That's the first audio. We watched that legit. We watched that legit maybe like 3-4 times. Back to back.
Was that the one he was in a dome?
No. It was like an old video.
Were you in that when you guys came to that event? Well, let's.
Oh no, the picture when he came to the event, I only seen it was my man that put me on, and he was like right behind him, so I couldn't see where they was at. But the step into your greatness, I thought he was asking about that. That was like an old video.
But you went to the event.
No.
You was there in that event in New York.
I wasn't in yet.
Oh, that was
He
crazy.
showed it in the
Wow.
presentation.
Wow.
He showed it in the presentation.
Yeah. Yep.
They edified the shit out of Les Brown. In
Nah,
the
that
presentation, I was like, "Who
that
is
was-
this guy?" Like this, I'm about to go to YouTube, and
They put him in the presentation.
yeah,
That's mad funny.
he had a picture with him. Like, yo, look,
yeah, we all did. Yeah. I remember that. That. Yeah.
that he was at one of the events. Like,
yeah.
we had him at an event, so it was creating the credibility.
Yeah, he was. Yo, I remember he was floating on that stage. He's mad funny. He's dope. He was one of the.
I want to
dopest
see him. I want to see him live.
Yeah, he's fire.
Now he doing mad Zooms.
Yeah.
I want to see him live.
Yeah, nah, he definitely doing live events. So let's talk about 2020, man. What? So you've been in the game before 2020 and all that kind of stuff. Like, how does 2020 impacted you?
This is pandemic year.
I hate 2020. I really do. I'm actually gonna. I'm not gonna even tell you what kind of T-shirt I'm gonna make. I hate 2020. I really hate 2020.
I mean, in 2020, we was locked down.
Yeah,
But I feel like in the beginning of 2020, we had crazy momentum.
it was going crazy.
It was going bananas. Like that was legit the switch from live. And this was what excited me about this business, that I was connecting with people. I was always a people person.
Yeah.
So I'm connecting with all these people. And then we had to switch completely to online. And it was just booming. Bing, 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 bing. Remember, we was doing 5 presentations a day.
Yeah, we was well. Yeah.
5 presentations a day. Bing, 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 bing. Then the time being in the house starts taking the toll.
Yeah.
Right? Being in the house, you being in the house, and I live in the Bronx. It's not that big. So being in those 4 walls, you start to kind of like start overthinking and start really looking at things that you wasn't paying attention to because you was so on the move.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And at that time, it's crazy because my son was born October 15th, 2019. So we in lockdown with a newborn. Boy.
Which is kind of like a blessing, though, right? It's kind of a blessing because you got to see every day of him. Like you get to see him. That's kind of like what happened with me and Jonas, right? I got to see him because I was so on the move. I never stopped being on the move since I could remember. Like before even network marketing, and when 2020 happened, finally sat down, but it sat down with a kid that's 2 years old. Or whatever the case may be, and I could imagine how much I would have missed out of him. So that's
those first years.
Yeah, man. They say the first 7 years is the most important years of a kid, right? Because they picking everything up. They're a sponge.
Yep.
Right.
Everything. Whether you want to, whether it's something you're doing on purpose or you're not doing on purpose.
Yeah.
And that was obviously having the newborn in the lockdown year. It was being able to be with him, obviously, through all of that. That's my first son. I always said I wanted to have my first son by the age of 30, and I had him by the age of 30. Thank you, God. But being able to be with him, being able to be there, but also it's like I'm in these 4 walls. Like I'm not going outside.
It's crazy.
None of us are going outside, and it's not just me, my girl, and the baby. It's 3 kids. We got 3 kids. It's 5 of us in the house. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I'm building a business. And the beauty about having this business is that you're able to build it from home. You're able to do it while the kids are there. You're able to do it while you're able to be in your house. But having the newborn, my girl at that specific time, she just had a newborn, right? Obviously, our other son at the time was 7. My daughter's 17 now. And we just have a newborn. So every time you starting over. For her, it was like a start over. For me, it was like brand new. I'm excited. Boop, boop. So I'm like, all right, listen, I need you to hold me down here. I need you to hold it down here while I go build this business. And obviously going through that, it was challenging. It was challenging.
Yeah.
It was definitely challenging. But again, the beauty about what we do is that you're able to do it at home.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And when the world opened back up, we was able to continue to still do it at home.
I hate 2020. Period. But then you have a lot of people that took advantage and made millions of dollars in 2020 in network marketing.
Definitely.
So you know, like
That's a fact.
we were going through some other shit through that time.
Yeah.
Right? We were going through a lot of confusion in 2020. There was people that got involved with network marketing in 2020 and got rich because they took advantage while we was figuring things out. Like we was like, man, I don't know, we gonna be here,
We going over here.
we gonna, man. It was crazy. It was a lot. Things that was piling up on top of everything. It was just, man, everything was just piling up, and it was just terrible. It was definitely terrible for me. I definitely got in that. That was the first time I felt like depression, I guess. And I don't even like talking about depression because sometimes I feel like depression is fake. Like I had a talk with Justin the other day. He was like, I don't believe in depression. I had a talk with my coach the other day. He was like, I don't believe in depression. And I never believed in depression until I started to feel certain feelings.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I ain't never feel this.
is this depressed? Am I depressed? This is real talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, shit. But what I will say is thank God for awareness.
Knowing that you're going through that.
You're going through it. What do I do? What do I do?
Yep.
Personal development. Like
A lot of people go deeper into the hole and deeper into the hole and deeper into the hole.
Yeah.
For me, in 2020, I didn't feel it like that. I felt it the year after.
Yeah,
I
no,
felt
but
it
that's
like-
where
yeah.
because you don't feel it right there.
Mhm.
You feel it in 21.
Yeah.
You like facts. And that's why a lot of
But
people so
that's-
stuck in that because you ain't really feeling it 20. So you like, oh, I'm home. This shit, whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, it's sinking in, but it ain't really hitting. The 21's hit you like, wait, hold up. We still kind of in the same situation.
Yeah. It's like, yo, y'all could go outside, but we still in the same situation. Hold on. This feels weird. That's where you say it felt like a restart.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
everybody's tiptoeing out the house.
Yeah.
That's the type of energy that's where I kind of got messed up at, and that's where I kind of got into that depressed and all that stuff. And I've always been the person to find, for me not to feel, I guess, depressed or sad or whatever. I always find the humor in something. I always try to find the good in something. And in 2020, I was finding the good. I'm like, we home. I get to spend time with my kids. I get to spend time with my girl. But obviously, after a year of doing that same thing, you start to like, hold on. I need to go outside. I need to get around people again. I need to start getting out. I need to start getting out. And it's crazy that you say that because this is the first time I hear somebody say that. That depression is not real.
Right.
And I've felt that. Like, what do you mean you depressed? Like, get out of that mindset.
Right.
Like, what's wrong with you? You get what I'm saying? And obviously, I'm not trying to come off insensitive or whatever the case is. But I was just always the person, like, you control your mind. You control what you think about. And as you start going into those pockets of sadness or depression, you got to find the answer. You got to start looking for the answer. Nobody's going to look for it for you. You know, if you're in the house thinking some negative thoughts and you in the house thinking some nonsense that's not going to serve what you want for your life, you gotta have the awareness to acknowledge that. And it's like, okay, what is this thought doing for me right now? I need to change this thought. And the way you change that thought is by replacing it with something else, which brings me back to personal development. Personal development. Everything, you mentioned something about having the toolbox. The toolbox is here for everybody in the world.
Yeah.
It's called YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like literally go on YouTube, go on Google and type whatever you want to find and you're going to find it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? People just go into that victim mindset like, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go about it. What? You got a smartphone. That's why smartphones were made for dumb people.
Right. Ralph going
The-
off.
The phone is making you smarter. The phone will make you smarter. And you gotta whenever you get into those moments or you get into those times, you gotta go look for the answers. You gotta be resourceful. And if you're not resourceful, you're just gonna stay where you at, and it's again, if it's not growing, it's dying. If it's not going up, it's going down.
Yeah.
So if you're in that place mentally or whatever the case is, and you're not looking to get out of it, you're gonna continue to go deeper.
That's a fact.
You're gonna continue to go deeper.
That's a fact. So what do you feel about vision boards? Because we spoke about vision, having we spoke about like having a vision, stuff like that. What do you feel about vision boards and stuff?
I like vision boards. I didn't know the importance of it before.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because as you start getting into a vision board and you start like really manifesting and putting things out there, I didn't understand the power behind that. I always thought it was BS. You get what I'm saying? I always thought it was like, it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me at that time when I was like 21, 22, like to create a vision board. Not to not have vision, but to create a vision board. I was like, I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna do what I need to do to get to make my vision become a reality. And when I started doing the personal development, I started to understand the law of attraction and the law of manifestation. You got to see it every day. Whatever you're talking about every day is what you're going to attract to you. Everything works on a frequency, and if you're not on the right frequency, if you're not talking about the right things, the wrong things are going to show up.
We're going viral. We're going viral. Nah, this is incredible stuff, man. You saying a lot of great things. Wow, go ahead, man. We rolling. I'm gonna give you some JMO right now. If you wanna go. All right, let's go.
I want you to share what's the income opportunities here. Like what it really looks like, because I feel like people from the outside looking in, so many people on social media be fronting with their lifestyle.
Man.
And you was a person that was able to create it and live it, and I seen you do it from basically the beginning. I came in a couple years after you came in.
You know what's crazy? I got involved with this game. I remember seeing the income disclosure statement and asking about this line that I seen, this specific rank. It was a 6-figure rank. It was about $150,000 a year, I think, around that number. And I said, how do we get there?
Yeah.
You know, at the time I'm in FedEx. I'm making $26,000 a year. I'm working my ass off at this job, and I see this now. I'm like, damn, can I really do it? And I go, what do I need to do to get there? And he tells me. I remember him being so just blunt and straight up with me. You know, how fast do you want to get there? It was, damn, okay, cool. This is all really based on me.
Yep.
So I get in the industry, and it wasn't like my first couple, like I messed up a whole bunch, but I messed up fast. I think if anybody's gonna mess up, they gotta mess up as fast as possible to get through the BS,
get through the bumps.
Get through the bumps fast. If you go, like, I'd rather if I'm you ever put on a good Band-Aid?
Kill it off fast.
You can put on a good Band-Aid, and if you take it off slow, it's the most painful thing ever. Just rip that thing off, right? And that's kind of what it was. It was like, man, we're gonna get through this fast. And within my first 15 months, I made 6 figures, and things started to move fast. It's crazy because it's my life started to change a couple months in, because I was making $2,000 a month at my job. So making $5,000 in 1 month was life changing. Like life changing.
Yep.
You know, for a lot of people. And then, you know, within 15 months became a 6-figure earner. You know, I made like about 180,000 in my first 15 months. And it's, you know, you hear all these big stories though, but you hear all these big stories of people getting in, making $1 million in their first year. You know, now I didn't know, like when I found out that certain people made $1 million in their first year, I almost threw up. All right. But I made 6 figures in my first 15 months. And you know, after that, it was just all up. And I forgot your question.
What do the income potential?
Oh man,
it look like?
It's crazy. You know,
you went from making $2,000 a month to making over 6 figures and then cracking 7 figures.
Yeah, it's crazy because
like how that look for you? How that
everything changes. Your whole life change, from what you eat, from what you wear, from what you do, from who you're around, the conversations you having. But it's kind of like what like Jim Rome says. You can make a lot of money and still be like uh uh uh, uh what do you call that? Like not conservative, huh?
like
Basically,
regular.
right? You could make a lot of money and still be a bum, still act like a bum, right? Because you ain't got no class, you ain't got this, you ain't got that. And it was like, I think because of network marketing, personal development, money, all of that came together, and it's like it creates a better person, right? But
More money makes you more of who you are.
yeah, more money definitely makes you more of who you are, and if you work on yourself, then
change.
you're headed somewhere really good. But I think that the income potential here for anybody is incredible, but you got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to go through the dirt. You got to be willing to go through the fire, because you're going to go through the fire. You're going to go through the dirt. You're going to go through all the obstacles that you think that you never went through, or you're going to go through all the obstacles that you never went through in life. You're going to go through it in your business, right? And before I got involved with network marketing, because of boxing, I think I went through so much obstacles in boxing, because it teaches you life. When I got in network marketing, things sped up for me because I went through so much in my life before network marketing. But there's a lot of people that get involved with network marketing and um and they quit so early because they never been through shit in life. They don't know what it is to struggle. They don't know what it is to be their own boss. They don't know what staying up, waking up early and staying up late feels like, right? They just got a regular job. They doing anything, and they hear the potential of making all of this money and having a lot of fun, and it's like, oh man, it sounds so good, but they forget the part where you got to work. They forget the part where you gotta, like, if you like to build. It's not easy to be a millionaire. Once you get there, right? You got there, but
Now
now you gotta maintain or whatever the case may be. Most people can't even get there though, right? Getting there is hard.
Yeah.
You know, that's not in any industry.
What those 3 years look like for you? Those 3.5 years going from
Man, I ain't sleep.
brand new
I ain't
to
sleep.
top of the company.
I didn't sleep. I didn't go out. I didn't hang out. I didn't have regular conversations, meaning like it was all these kind of conversations every single day. It was always talking about vision. It was always talking about, the business. It was always talking about what are we doing tomorrow? What next week looks like? What next month look like? What next year looks like? It was always talking about the kind of cars we driving, where we living, where we traveling to, where we eating. Like, it was nothing regular. It was always like, it was big dream, big vision, big all of that. And it really goes down to like the peers that you have around you, right? It really, that's just what it is. It's like Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan made his team great, right? And we thank God that we were around great people to make us great, right? We had similar mentors. They made us great. And if you're around great people, you're gonna become great, right? Or a lot of the times you may not be around these kind of people all the time. But this is the reason why personal development, audios, books is so important, because the people that you listen to could become those people that you need to be around, right? The things that you're reading, it could be I don't have the right people. I don't talk to the right people. I don't have the right people around me. Okay, but they like you said, they're in YouTube. So listen to Les Brown every day. Yep. Listen to Jim Rome every day. Listen to there's so much. YouTube University. That's what changed my life. Man, 50 Cent was one of the people that changed my life. It's a fact. It is what it is. Like, hearing these early audios from him when I was younger, things that stuck out to me. I'm like, damn, because I wanted to go somewhere. I was like, I wanted to be somewhere. I wanted to be somebody. So I needed to listen to people that was somebody, right? Because I couldn't have these same conversations no more. Consistency, man. Every day. You said every day you was doing presentations, right? Every day you was doing It was every day for 3 years. You know what? Not messed me up, but like, because I was trying to, like, once I got to where I got to, I wanted to get to another level, right? Double and all that kind of stuff. You know what happened to me? I lift my head up when I hit the first like that first life changing rank or whatever the case may be. I mean, it depends what life changing is for you, right? Because
Yeah.
you could be at MD at the time, right? You could be a certain, but I lift my head up and I started to breathe and I started to like really like, oh, this is crazy, right? Because
You started to bask in your glory,
yeah,
baby.
you start to make this money. You like,
Shit.
you eating at 5-star restaurants every day. Shit, if you want, like you
Yeah.
eating whatever you want every day, and that's why I love the food. I love food, right? So I'm eating everywhere. I'm eating everywhere. I'm eating, having the best steaks in New York City, right? And I'm living. I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it. Nobody could tell me what to move, what to do, how to move, where to go, like nothing matters. I'm on my terms. So, but it's levels, right? It's levels. You never want to get comfortable. You never, no matter where you are in your life, you never want to get comfortable because you can go. Life is like an escalator, right? And it's you going up the escalator. It's like you're going up the escalator the opposite way,
Yeah.
and as soon as you stop, you're going right back down.
It's not grown, it's dying.
Right? That's
That's real shit.
exactly what life is, and that's how business is. That's whatever. You don't see people like Jay-Z stop. You don't see people like 50 Cent stop.
50 Cent is wild.
Jay, I think his birthday just passed. Yesterday his birthday just passed. He was 54 years old. You don't see him stopping. 50's wilding. 50 is like, all right, I'm going to the music. He's wilding right now. Like you don't see people stopping, bro. And it's just it is what it is, and that's what. And I think a lot of the times in network marketing is people go, oh, I'm gonna get to the, I'm gonna get to the top. Yeah, ain't no good.
You lost.
Ain't no good. There's no good because it's only next level. Okay, what can I do with this money? What can I do with that? What can I? It's like, man, God bless Jessie Lee. She's one of my biggest inspirations. And that
Rest in
was
peace.
she. The pandemic. She was somebody in the pandemic that really, like, I really got to, like, I was on everything that she did. I would try to listen to her, and I was always kind of like, not, and I was inspired, but I'm like, damn, she's an animal. I never seen nothing like her. Not on social media, not in our industry on social media. So seeing her reach for new heights, knowing what she was making, I'm like, damn, she continues to go. She, what she remind me of? It makes it not remind me of, but because of her passing, Tupac. You know what I mean? I said it sounds crazy, right? Because it's like Jesse Lee,
Tupac.
and no, right, and right, Tupac. You know why I say that? Because I feel like people know, or people got this thing in them, or God maybe puts it inside of them when it's time to, like, go, 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 go. And that's what Tupac put out so much work. He worked so hard before he left the earth at 25 years old. I mean, he dumped out so many albums, and how many albums dropped after he died? Movies, all this kind of stuff that dropped. And he was just working, and he passed away. It's like, oh shit, what Jessie Lee was doing before she passed away, bro. You go on YouTube right now and you find she's a legend forever because of all the content that she put on YouTube. Yesterday, I'm on my YouTube, and I got you right now. Yesterday, I'm on my YouTube, and I'm just working, and I'm on my YouTube. Who do I see? Jessie Lee is on my YouTube, still popping up like she's alive. You know what I mean? So that was she's a real big inspiration of me, like for me. I don't know. I kind of like rambled, but yeah, it was, it's levels to this network marketing. It's big potentials in network marketing, but you gotta put in the work so you can see the rainbow.
Yeah.
And when you see the rainbow, go chase another rainbow. It's just it is what it is. What you gonna say, D?
Why do you? I don't. Both of y'all can answer this one. Why do you think people wait till it's too late to start living the life that they're supposed to live?
And in what sense?
So in other terms, like, let's just say something's going on with you. You got cancer, God forbid, and they give you 6 months to live.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And now they're giving you that timeline. I have 6 months to live. Now you go crazy.
You know what's crazy? You want to answer? You want to go? Yeah.
I feel you get to the point where it's like I got nothing to lose. I got nothing else to lose, and I feel like you.
So yeah. So the question, the
Yeah.
question was, why do you feel that people, why do you feel that people start the work when they feel like they got no more time? Right.
I feel is lost.
Yeah, but you said that you feel. The hell did he say?
They got nothing to lose.
Yes, you got
At that point, you got nothing to lose. So fear's out the window. Everything is out the window. And I feel just looking at those stories, I think people should pick up. Like, I need to get into that mindset now.
Mhm.
I need to get into that mindset. Like, you look at somebody that went through that. You look at somebody that gets told, like, listen, you got 6 months to live. And at that point, it's like, okay, I got to live my life now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You only got one life. You only got one life. Live it now. Don't wait till it's the timer's on already. Whether the doctor told you or they didn't tell you.
Yeah, it's on.
The timer's on already. So if you're not living your life right now, if you're not getting through your fears, if you're not facing your fears, right? Success is on the other side of fear, right? And this is why you start to see. I don't know if you remember the movie Bucket List, where Morgan Freeman and I think it was Robert De Niro.
It's a great movie.
And they start living their life because they got told they're gonna die soon.
You know,
do it now. Do it now.
You know what's crazy, and that's not everybody, because a lot of people hear that and they get depressed and they shut off.
That's a fact,
right? So I think like somebody like
I got nothing to live for.
Yeah, somebody like Jesse, people like her, Pac, all these people that just put in all this work before they pass. I think it's a sixth sense that they have, right? They're not thinking about death, but they feel like they got all this urgency in them. And I think only God could put put that in you. To be honest, it's like, because you don't know when you're gonna go. Because when we were all watching Jesse in during the pandemic, she didn't know she was gonna go. She was just going, like really going, like she was going live. I think I seen a video. She said she went live
for like 60 days, 30 days,
no,
straight
300 and something days. Yeah, but I'm talking about before she found out. 300 something days, every day she was going live. Like, I don't even know what to talk about for 300 something. Like, what do you talk about every day? You know what I mean? Like, what do you talk about? And it's like that. It's that passion. It's the urgency. It's that not caring. You said earlier, not caring about just getting online and just going. You know what I mean? Having a purpose, a vision, and the energy. I think the energy would create itself and it'll start to like pour out. Man, I wish I knew, but I think a lot of people get depressed and go, damn, they'll probably get scared and go, man, what do I do? And start thinking. And then you got other people that would just go, because what else can you do? Right? But it's like, if I had 24 hours to live, what would you do? What would you,
I think everybody got it in them. Everybody got it in them. You shouldn't wait till something like that happens to let it out. Like,
the minute we are born, we start to die. The timer starts when you're born. It's just, it is what it is, right? And a lot of us, like, to be honest, like me, I feel like I'm never gonna die. I'm pretty sure we all feel like that. Right. I feel like we're gonna be like this forever, right? Which is weird. Which is crazy, man. I'm getting sad thinking about it.
2020, I feel, brought that to the front for a lot of people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It brought it to the front for you?
Yeah. It brought, like, you start seeing all of these people passing. Like, you ain't think they wasn't sick. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. Don't wait. Like, get urgent now. Get urgent now. What are some myths or misconceptions when it comes down to network marketing?
Some myths.
Like what people from the outside looking in. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like what are some myths? What are some things that before you got started, you thought this is how this business was versus after you got started, now you're in and now you're starting to see like, hold
yeah.
up, this is different.
I think
yeah.
you know, for me, I was always an open-minded person, but seeing how other people thought, not open-minded to everything, but it's like when I seen it, I thought it was common sense.
Yeah.
But then you realize that everything is
That's-
not common sense, right? For other people. But one of the things that I've heard, you're in a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember asking somebody for the first time, you know, what is that? Right? What is a pyramid scheme? They go, oh, you know, the person on top makes all the money and the people on bottom will never make as much money as the person on top. And I was like, whoa. Because the person I was talking to was really smart. And this is the first time I heard how dumb this person sounded. And I was like, what? They say, yeah, the person on top makes all the money and the people on bottom will never make as much money as the person on top. And I had to really think about it because this person was kind of smart. I had to sit here and think because they almost messed me up. So I'm like, I'm thinking about the person that put me in. He's like, he almost got me ready to quit. Right? But I'm like, all right. I say, yo, listen. At the time I'm at FedEx.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, that's dumb because you could pass up anybody you want in the business because if you look at the structure, if you actually pay attention to how the structure is, you could pass up anybody in a business. Oh, you know, and my whole thing was I was in FedEx. I was the helper on the truck. I wasn't a driver. The helpers make less money than the driver. The driver makes less money than the person that owns the truck. And the person that owns the truck makes less money than the person that owns FedEx, right? In a nutshell. So the first time I heard that, I'm like, so you mean to tell me I've been working a pyramid my whole life? Like I've been in a pyramid scheme? And I'm being a smart ass with him because it's like, what are you saying, dogs? It's like, this is called an equal opportunity. Because I know how the structure is, you can pass up anybody you want up. So why do you call it a pyramid scheme? Because it's shaped as a when you look at it, it's shaped as a diamond when they show the comp plan. That's what people really call it a pyramid scheme because they see the structure of it, right? A pyramid scheme is an exchange for money with no service or product, right? Like the whole Bernie Madoff situation, you know, the Ponzi scheme that came from what? Where that came from? What Ponzi scheme came from?
Stocks
and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? That never came from Avon. That never came from none of that, right? It is what it is. It never came from Amway. It didn't come from Amway.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, no, you bought product. They took my money. No, you bought product. The only thing you didn't go to a store to get the product. You got this product from a friend. Right? From their website. No, but nothing. You bought product and it was up to you if you want to either make it a business and sell the product that you bought or just use the product, be a customer.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds common sense to me. Right? So that's when I started to realize like, oh wait, people really don't understand network marketing. Yeah, now you see everybody affiliate marketing. You see everybody hopping on to doing Amazon, right? Doing like
for pennies,
like pennies for pennies. Like they got to create like a crazy customer base, you know, for these different companies. Like yo, that's network marketing. The only thing they're not teaching you how to build an organization. In network marketing, they teach you how to build an organization, and if you want to make the big money. That's where the big money comes from. Building an organization, building leverage, right? So that was the biggest thing for me. Thank you for throwing that out there. That was really definitely the biggest like misconception, misunderstanding about network marketing that kind of stood out to me. And another thing, what we spoke about earlier was like you hit the top of the company. It's like
That's it. I'm chilling.
I'm chilling. No, it's not no chilling. Now you got to
Yeah.
help other people get there. You may enjoy your life. You may enjoy your life. You may do some great things, but you don't want to forget the people that's coming behind you now, right? You want to. I mean, we got billions of people in the planet, right? Another thing is now speaking about the billions of people. Oh, you're gonna run out of people to talk to. That was probably the dumbest shit I ever heard. Yo, some of this stuff, like you don't even got to be taught this. You just need some type of common sense, like because somebody's turning 18 right now. Somebody turned 18 every second. Somebody's turning 18 because you got to be 18 and above to build the business.
Yeah.
So somebody's turning 18 right now as we speak. Millions of people turning 18 right now. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do you mean you're gonna run out of people? Are you crazy? It's franchising, and that's what we're doing. Every time we put somebody in the system, we're teaching them how to franchise their business. But the beauty of what we have is not you don't have to pay $500,000 to get started. You don't have to get a couple $100. You get started, and it's up to you to take the business to that next level. And I think that's another thing that's like where a lot of people they see how much it is to get in, and they treat it as much as they pay to get in. So whether it's $100 or $200, they treat it like that. So the first hurdle that they got, they go, you know what? Yeah, I'm off this. Yeah, I'm off this. It was only $200 anyway to get started, $300 to get started. Well, opposed to starting a franchise,
now they start calling you a scammer. You scammed them for $200 and $300.
Right, and it's not the company; it's the person. The person is the scammer. Right, the person ended up getting in and BSing and quitting and all this kind of stuff, and now like
that was my biggest misconception. Was this didn't work? Obviously the pyramid stuff, but my biggest misconception with this was that you need to know a lot of people to win.
Yeah,
you need to know a lot of people to win, and somebody like me from the hood it's not gonna win here. It's not gonna win here, and when I went to that first event and I seen people that look like me with tattoos from the hood, saying those stories, I was like, "Oh yeah, what we doing? Let's go!" Game time. And this is when I went back with that excitement back to the Bronx, and this is when we turned it up and went crazy. That pyramid stuff is. I don't feel like nobody says that anymore. I don't feel like people don't say that anymore just because everything went online and through the pandemic, you saw so many companies come up and all that stuff, and my biggest one was these things don't last. And then we went through some shit, and I kind of went into that mindset like, went into that mindset like, hold up, what? But this is, again, when you got to have awareness, like businesses close, things happen.
It goes back to your car wash. Yeah.
Businesses close and things, and that's crazy because that's what I attached it to. That's exactly what I attached it to because
life experience.
If who PC Richard and Son,
bro, it's so many companies.
All of these companies that closed down through the pandemic, ain't nobody like, oh, that was a scam, that didn't work. I'm never going to another store that's like this one.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Because you understand. You look at that as business, but when your friend bring it to you, it's something small. It's not business, right? But you mentioned it when it comes down to people being scammers, not the business being a scam.
Right.
If I come to you and I say I'm gonna do something and I don't do it, who becomes a scam? Me.
Yep.
If the company said they was gonna pay you $20 for making a sale, you made a sale, you didn't get your $20. Now we got a problem.
Yep.
But if I came to you and I said, listen, let's get started. I'm going to show you a system. I'm going to show you something that you could do part-time on top of what you already got going on, and you can make an extra income, and you could do it on your own time, and you could build a business with people that you want to work with, and you follow through with what they're telling you to do, and the company doesn't follow through with what they said they was going to do, that's a problem. In the 10 years I've been doing this, that has not been the case. All right? Whenever I put in sale, I got paid.
Right.
And again, things happen. Companies go through situations, and when it comes down to network marketing, I feel like just the thing that's connected to it is the scam stuff or whatever the case is. So when a company goes down or a company pops up and then goes away, it's like those things don't work.
Let's
But
see.
then you look at Amway, you look at Avon. Avon been out longer than I've been alive. You get what I'm saying? Amway owns the Orlando Magic Arena. If they were scamming, they wouldn't be on Front Street in Orlando. You get what I'm saying? So be careful who you're listening to. Always look at the source, right? I heard that one time from a mentor of mine. Every time somebody tells you something, check the source. Check the source. They could sound so good telling you it. If they're going back to a regular life or they're telling you this doesn't work, that doesn't work, go this way, and then you look at their life and it's not what you want, look at the source. Stop listening. Stop listening.
Network marketing started around 1939. Yeah. 39? 1940s, 1939. Wait, hold up. Now I see another one, 1932. Yo, network marketing been around damn near about 100 years. Damn near about 100 years. All right, so any last words? This was great.
Yeah, it's
This was great. This is great. If you had to tell anybody out there that's watching right now, what do you tell them? What would you tell them?
live today like it's your last, because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow.
Facts.
Everything that you scared of, things that you were scared of before, after you did them, you wasn't scared of them anymore.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? And it's time to let go of fear. A lot of fear was created in 2020, and it continues to be created through the last 4 years now. We're about to hit 2024. Let go of that stuff. You create the life that you want, right? Don't let the surroundings, don't let your environment, dictate what you do. You dictate what you do in your environment. And it's time to win. We going into 2024. We out of this pandemic stuff. Is so much opportunity out here. So much opportunity out here. And what we got our hands on is special. It's game time.
Let's get it, y'all. You heard it here with Rafael Vargas. It's going down. We in the Bronx. And man, we just getting started. I promise you that. Let's
Yes,
get it,
sir.
man. Yeah.